Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of a brand new Journeyman save here on FM 2023. I'm recording this day 1. The game has just come out in its launch version post-beta, and we're beginning a new Journeyman save starting at a club. We normally start unemployed, but we're going to be starting at a club at Notts County, which are my most local side. Technically, I think Nottingham Forest is about 500 yards closer, because they're the other side of the river. But I am in Nottingham, and Notts County is a great place to start with scope to grow up throughout the footballing pyramid. We start with a Continental C licence and past experience of a professional footballer at a local level. So our managerial stats are relatively what you would expect for the level that we're at. We're, of course, in the National League with Notts County, who are going to be a really big club for this level. However, as you can see there, financial status is insecure. So it's going to be still a bit of a challenge to try and get everything that we need done here at the club. The ground, spectacular. Meadow Lane, nearly 20,000 capacity. They average 6,000 to 7,000 every week in the 5th tier of English football, which is spectacular. One of the oldest clubs in the entire world, let alone just in England. And of course, their black and white stripe kit inspired that of Juventus, the old story. So, Richard Montague is our director of football. Ryan Harley is my assistant. Good to have some staff under you when you begin. And facilities-wise, we're okay. We can maybe do with some investment, but as you see, and of course, we are insecure financially, but we do have a budget. 100,000 transfer budget and 33.5 is our wage budget. The question is, am I already over wage budget, or do we see some wiggle room in there as well? It recommends that our best 11 is set in a 5-3-2 or a 5-1-2-2. Not for me. I'm not a 5-back guy. Expectations this year: work within the wage budget and grow the club's reputation. Pretty understandable given the nature of the financial situation of the club. And minimum requirements this year are to reach the playoffs. That's top 7 in the National League, as well as reach the FA Cup proper. Of course, those teams in the Football League, in the Premier League and the Championship enter the FA Cup at the 3rd round. Those in Leagues 1 and 2 enter the FA Cup at the 1st round, and those in non-league go through qualifying rounds to even get to the 1st round proper. In the National League, those teams enter in the final 4th qualifying round. So we will have one tie to play to get into the 1st round of the FA Cup. Outside of that, we're relatively straightforward, although in the 2nd season, they would like promotion. If we're not able to achieve it season 1, we absolutely must achieve it season 2, and obviously repair the club's financial damage continually as well. So there is high expectation here at Notts County, and we will have to succeed. We absolutely will have to succeed. The supporters want promotion this year, and they would like us to be competitive against Mansfield if we happen to play them. And on another local rivalry setting, they would like us to finish above Chesterfield in the league this year. We'll schedule a press conference. We'll have an intra-squad friendly. I'll have a managerial meeting every fortnight, but I may change that to every month, and we'll just save this as Journeyman Launch, as opposed to the Unemployed Journeyman that we were previously doing. Those of you that were a fan of that Unemployed Journeyman, those videos are still on the channel. The playlist is still active, but they're now listed as unlisted, so you'll only be able to find those via the playlist. And we'll be using the same sort of thumbnail for this save, and you'll recognize it in your sub box right away. That said, if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of this save and these edited highlights, then do drop the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed to this ChesnoidPlays channel, where you'll also find some FIFA 23 content as well. And of course, if you want to watch the behind the scenes and all that goes on in this save, then follow the link in the description to Twitch and come and join me over there. We've got 200 plus people watching me record this intro at this very moment. Right. We're going to need to set up a tactical direction. We're going to need to have a delve into the nitty-gritty, and you don't necessarily want to see that in some highlights. So, actually, it says insecure financially, but the club have got 2.3 million in the bank. But that says to me that our expenditure is going to firmly outweigh our incomings. We do have some wiggle room in the wage budget, about 4 grand. and 100 grand to spend in the transfer budget. Next season, I'll get 228 grand. So they're absolutely committed to giving me some money. And sizable squad. Presumably, a number going to be going out, as well as hopefully some improvements coming in. Time to get down to business. So we have selected our tactical direction, that being the custom counter-attack, fluid counter-attack, and that's what currently is my strongest 11. We are looking for improvements in a number of areas. I want a first-team right-back and a first-team left-back. I'm going to need a first-team CDM and a squad centre-mid. Also, I would like wingers as well. And Aiden Baldwin is going to be a squad player. Rolling is really not great. Kyra Mitchell, I'm looking to sell as well. I might actually look to sell Rolling if he's not new. He is new, so I can't. But that's fine. I could always maybe look to loan him out or just use him as a squad player. But I'm looking for 5 players at least in this opening transfer window. Now, one thing I do want to check, actually, is do we have any affiliates higher up the table? We do not. I will ask to look for a senior affiliate to garner some extra income. They want me to work with what I've become available, what I've got available. Okay, I will quite simply ask to do that again later down the line. Now, as we were saying to chat, in non-league, you are only allowed 5 subs on the bench. So we will not have the opportunity to name up to 7. So having players that are versatile is going to be absolutely vital, which is where players like Sam Austin are worth their weight in gold at this lower league level. Absolutely. So if I can find wingers that can play on either side, banging. If I can find a box-to-box central midfielder that can maybe do a job out wide or a little bit deeper as well, cracking. If we can find a right-back that can play on the other side, or right-back and centre-back, or left-back and centre-back, cracking. We've got a lot of work to do in the transfer window at the beginning of this save, but we have a phenomenal budget for the level that we're at to do it with. So that's where we are as your first update. We've got the league schedule begins on the 6th of August. We're currently on the 27th of June. We've a number of friendlies on the way. Hopefully, in about a month's time, they will actually let me go for a parent club, because loanies could be crucial. They always are at these lower league levels, as you guys are well aware. So, whilst I say thank you to Robert for the 15th month subscribed on the Twitch channel, let's delve into the transfer window. For those of you in the YouTube video, let's give you a transfer roundup so far. Transfer history to this point is that we are in negotiations with a number of players. A handful of youngsters have gone out on loan. We've spent so long, almost 2.5 hours, trawling through free agents and loanees and scouting and trialing and a number of different methods of trying to find out who we want to bring in. And at present, we're bringing in Jeff King on a permanent, our first paid deal, 25 grand or so, to bring Jeff King in from Chesterfield. We're also bringing in Matthew Blake on a free as a left-back, who looks very, very good. And we're going to try and bring in Nia Kirby as a centre-mid as well. I think we've done very well there if we get those all in. I'm also going to try and find someone that can play at CDM. And that's probably the only area that I'm now looking for. But we're about to head into our first game here as well. So our first game in charge, competitively, is Maidenhead at home. I'm just going to be very calm and collected with them. Just go out, play a natural game, and see what you can do. We play in a very, very big ground for the level. 20,000 seater. By a matter of a couple of hundred, it's like 19,600 or 700 or so at the county ground, which is, I mean, a championship level stadium, to be honest. It's bigger than Bournemouth's in the Premier League. We are tipped to come in the playoffs. The board want the playoffs. So let's try and get into the playoffs, shall we? About there. Ah, great. That's a good start. 5 minutes in, Sean Mikulski makes it 1-0 to Maidenhead. Just as well we're bringing in some defensive replacements then, isn't it, really? We're bossing possession at 72% possession. Free kick in a brilliant position. Can Palmer get this up and down and into the corner of the goal? We might have an early equaliser here. He's taking his time. because he's going to do that when he's finished. Matty Palmer off the underside of the bar. It just said at the bottom, you don't save those. Wow. Around the wall. Dream first goal. It's a shame we had to concede first, but we are level. Taylor, Palmer. Matty Palmer is pulling the strings in the middle. Langstaff and Ruben Rodriguez just wide. Nathaniel George down the right-hand side for Maidenhead. Options in the middle. Mikulski's already scored one header, and he's going to hit the bar and come very close to getting another one. Wow. And he still could potentially get on that. Where are we going, sir? Into the middle, please. There you go. And away. Recovered again, this time by Scott on the far side. Cross deflected. Adams is up. It's going to fall to Matty Palmer. And Langstaff. Oh, I don't know how he's not scored. I don't know how he's not scored. Genuinely. Won't go in from open play yet. That is a lovely ball by Francis. Ruben Rodriguez has the technical ability to bring that down. Inside to Palmer, who's still pulling the strings, but he's given the ball away now, and Ferdinand will look to break. Maidenhead with red and white shirts flooding forward, but Scott wins it back. He's got the option inside. He's got the option short. Ruben Rodriguez with a header. Keeper fumbles it, and we lead. That's really poor. Kedwin Scott with the ball across. And Gyolai in goal for Maidenhead. Will not want to watch that back again. Scott with the delivery from the far side. Ruben Rodriguez cutting in off the right. Just looped in. And yeah, keeper's tried to tip it wide and just not got enough on it. And it's gone into the side netting. Bing. I'm going to say I'm very happy with that first half, to be honest. I can't not be happy with that first half. We're only unbalanced as well. We're not necessarily trying to go out of our way to dominate the game. We just so happen to have the quality to do it. They have had good chances, though, Maidenhead. They've obviously scored once, hit the bar, and had a one-on-one saved as well. So it's by no means over. Kedwin Scott in the box. Could pull it back. There's Francis in the middle. Can he get the shot away? He can. It might be over. 35 seconds into the second half. Ed Francis makes it 3-1 to the county. Right, let's make some changes. Oh, hang on. Don't make changes whilst there's a highlight. Especially when it means you're going to get a penalty. Ruben Rodriguez with a push or a shirt tug or something. Ruben's going to take the penalty himself. For his second and our fourth of the afternoon, Ruben Rodriguez tidily tucks it away. Let's go. Now we definitely can make some changes. With 25 minutes to go. 4-1 up at home on opening day. Perfection. Very, very happy with this indeed. Everybody's absolutely delighted with that. Delighted after the feedback. Well, that puts us top as we stand. Right, Palmer's just too good. Sam Austin. Back to Joel Taylor. Looking for a 5-star scoreline to go with a 5-star display. Bayrami. Cameron. Ping! Ruben Rodriguez in the box. Pull it back. Scott taps it home as it rebounds to him. It is a 5-star display to kick off the National League season. Maidenhead aren't one of the best sides in the division, so I'm not going to get carried away, but it is very, very pleasing to start the league like this. If we look at their previous seasons, they've been mid-table, relegation threatened, or mid-table since they came up from the Vanarama South. So they're relatively new at this level. Only spent 5 or so years at this height of non-league, but we'll take that. The XG is obviously boosted by the penalty, but still, that was unbelievable as a first game of the season, and I think you'll probably join me in saying that I'm pretty excited about the rest of this save. Pretty excited indeed. We've got new signings set to come in any minute now, and well, Kedwin Scott was unreal in that game as well. 1 goal, 2 assists from the left-hand side, an 8.8. You love to see it. And he's not even technically that good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Caleb Richards, we are scouting at Kiddie. doesn't look like he's going to be that good. We'll give him a full scout because potentially he might be half decent. We'll quickly go to the press conference. We've got 4 people I couldn't be happier. All-round superb performance. How about the comeback? Well, 1-0 down to 5-1 up. Yeah, that'll do. Delighted. It's a great result. Matty Palmer was spectacular. Edward Scott was wonderful. Rumours I'm in the market for another player. Absolutely. We've got 3 coming in, if you weren't previously aware. Let me save it there and say thank you to everyone on YouTube for watching. That will be all for this opening episode of the brand new Journeyman save, but there will be more to come over the next few days. I'm live all day again tomorrow. We're live multiple times this week and even more so next week as well. All the FIFA content, all the Football Manager content, and there might even be some Modern Warfare 2 thrown in there as well for good measure. Maybe, if I find the spare time. So I would like to have a crack at multiplayer on Modern Warfare 2 and maybe even Warzone when it comes out next week. But we will concentrate on the FIFA and the Football Manager for now. And that's all for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys are excited about what's hopefully going to be a very, very strong start to our new Journeyman. If we can take Notts County all the way, wonderful. But if we're taking Notts County up the leagues, we will have interest in us. And where we might move after this remains to be seen. But I couldn't really have asked for a better start, could I? So let's try and hit 500 likes for this first episode. And hopefully we can't have a better start to this journey on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it very much. I will see you tomorrow.